Of course, just being the bigger school. I'll go Falcons or the Wolfpack. The repeat.
Wolfpack, well, some good special. But they've got quarterback back. They've got their good nucleus back. Again, you're talking about Abington and Ridgeview. Don't sleep on Union. I think Union underneath.
Let's see, I thought about that, but I'm hoping Gate City's in their head now after sweeping them last year.
They talk about scheduling. Here's their schedule. Union has Lehigh, Richlands, Johnson City, Graham, followed by Gate City. So they realistically maybe 1 win, 2 wins maybe in that group.
You know, I think I speak for all of Sullivan County when I say we will all be Union Bears that night when they play Johnson City.
After they play Gate City on the 22nd, guess who they travel to?
I don't know.
Twin Springs.
No.
Union will play Twin Springs.
So they go from Science Hill to Twin Springs.
I just think that's just the contrast of their schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, and we were talking about that with Zeke Newton. It's hard to schedule some of these teams because, again, you know, you're having to play with different slots and, you know, away and home and who's going to be available.
Well, I think that plays into Gate City's favor.
Absolutely.
I mean, those two killer games for Union potentially, Science Hill and Graham back-to-back, they've got a chance to be a little beat up and sore when Gate City comes rolling into Bullock Park.
And you also have got Richland right there to start that little run. Of course, they've got Lehigh, which that's always a rivalry game. But talk about Lehigh, they've got Union. Then they've got Thomas Walker. They play Rye Cove. They play J.I. Burton. They have scheduled single-A schools. Now, again, they won't get as many PowerPoints, but they'll get wins possibility.
Right.
Again, that's one thing they outpointed Gate City a few years ago, even though Gate City
beat them head-to-head. And actually had a better record, didn't they?
Yep.
And they still got in the playoffs.
Talking about Abington, they will play Tennessee High as well the week before we play them, that on September 22nd.
I bet that's a pretty good rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for a fact, but I bet you it is.
And good turnout, they said. I know last year I was talking with Steve Puckett, who does Abington's radio and does a great job.
Nice people up there.
It was, they do a good job.
Really, most of the broadcasters we encounter are pretty nice.
They are.
Friendly, help each other out for the most part. There are some exceptions, but.
Yeah, and that's, the thing we all try to do, I'll speak for us. We try to help anybody that will ask for rosters or stats or whatever we can do. But,
yeah, and the school does. Make sure they have seats and tables.
Chris, I see the Strategic Air Command.
I just noticed that they've called in air support.
We've got helicopters above us.
Well, Gate City is working on their air raid right now, it looks like.
They have went to the spread. They've shown the T. They've shown the Power I. They have shown the wing T. They've shown a little bit of everything, which is good.
Single wing? Hadn't seen that yet.
I have not seen that yet.
I'd love to see that. Can you imagine if they came out in that?
That will make Chris stand up and salute.
That would. I bet no team would be prepared for that.
Takes a lot to run it as well.
Get down in the 10-yard line, come out in a single wing. Yeah.
That's Bryson Smith back there at quarterback throwing it. Good job. Looks like he hit Hall over the middle. Good job. All right, so again, Gate City will be in action next week, of course. They will be taking on themselves. The blue and white game coming up next Friday.
So you're guaranteeing Gate City win next Friday?
Absolutely. Golf team starts on Tuesday. Media Day Wednesday. Golf on Thursday. And the Big Blue Bash on Friday. We will, of course, be here for the Big Blue Bash. And, of course, we'll be here for Media Day as well. And then we'll be on the road. We'll go with them on Westridge. We will not broadcast. Can't broadcast a scrimmage. The HSR rule.
Even though it's in Tennessee?
Even though it's in Tennessee.
What if we broadcast for West Ridge through Gate City Sports Radio?
Not going to open that access up to that. Then, we'll, of course, we'll be back here for the Benefit game on the 17th. That on a Thursday night with Virginia High. And then, of course, they open up at Richland on the 25th. So, busy month coming up. We do appreciate everybody out there making us a part of your early Thursday morning. It is at 1:40 a.m.
We've been on the air for almost 2 hours.
Almost.
We weren't sure we could fill content tonight.
And we did.
Because we talk a lot.
We do. And let's see here.
We're working on a little hurry up here, Joe? Is that what I'm saying? Stick that in your back pocket for later on in this season, potentially.
Just got a message. Gate City Touchdown Club. The ladies of the Touchdown Club would like to give a shout-out to all the players and coaches for their hard work. Can't wait to watch them this season. Again, the Touchdown Club, again, the sponsor of the Big Blue Bash coming up. We do appreciate the Touchdown Club for all they've done for us. Of course, it was them last year that sold the Gate City Sports Radio T-shirts. We do appreciate that very, very much as well.
You know what's cool? When I'm walking around at home and I see those shirts popping up in different places.
Yeah. So, hopefully, I wore mine to the club the other night, and I don't know if it went over the best or not.
Well, you might could get away with that at 49. I don't know about now that you've hit the 50.
Ooh. Do I qualify for senior discounts anywhere?
Well, you told me they already offered you one somewhere.
Well, at Chick-fil-A, I got a...
I've never been offered one.
Man, that was so wild. I went to Chick-fil-A, it's been a while, but within the past year, and I ordered a chicken biscuit to go, and she said, "Sir, do you want your senior coffee?" And I just looked at her, and I said, "Okay." And she went and got me coffee and handed it to me, and you have to be 55 or older to get a senior coffee. I was like, man, I must look terrible. So here I was still in my 40s, but no. She thought I was. Well, there was one lady who at Bojangles, I don't even know how we got on it, but we were talking about ages or something like that, and I said, "How old do you think I am?" And she looked at me. She said, "Close to 60." I was like, "What?" I said, "I'm about to turn 50."
You know, you and I are old enough to join the senior center now.
Oh, wow.
We should do that and just tear that place upside down.
Carson Daly called me and asked me if I want to be a member of the AARP.
Yeah, I've gotten some of that.
So.
Yeah, you're old enough for that, too.
Oh, wow. Well, it is what it is.
Beats the alternative.
It does. All righty. So, again, like I said, a touchdown thrown by your man.
Is that JJ?
Yep.
Okay.
Action Jackson, as we want to call him. So, again, we do appreciate everybody out there making us part of your Thursday morning. We'll be back on the air coming up next week. Again, make sure you stay with us on all of our social media outlets, as we'll be posting more about our Blue Devils, more about our hardworking student-athletes. No matter the sport, we will try to talk about them a little bit more. And, Chris, your final thoughts before we sign off?
It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a great year. Because we start today. We don't end till June.
No sleep till June. Again, so we will go through football. We'll go through basketball. Baseball and softball. We'll try to have some other things coming up as well. I know that, the thing about soccer, which we'd love to be able to cover soccer, but the way the complex is set up, can't see one side of the pitch. I mean, on the other side, and we can't really. I was talking with Coach Hillman last year, and love to be able to, but there's no power down there, so we can't take our unit. So it's kind of a little bit of a weird situation. But
yeah, nothing against soccer. It's just physically we can't work it out.
Can't work it out. And of course, covering baseball and softball at the same time, and plus, and of course, there's other. Would love to cover cross country.
I do want to get one of those Zuba. What was I calling it last year? The horns. Zuma food. Zuba. Coach Doherty knew right away what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Zibba Woovla.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I want one of those horns.
They used to play it during the World Cup.
Yeah.
When they were down in, was it Brazil?
South Africa, wasn't it?
Might have been South Africa.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Vuvuzelius.
Okay.
Of course, I can't speak.
Zumaphone, I think is what I was calling it last year.
Yeah,
Venezuela.
That too. Oh, well, so we're off the track, off the rails.
And it only took 2 hours.
So we do thank you all for listening to us. We do, and of course, a lot of you all will be listening for the rebroadcast tomorrow, and
or later today.
Later, yeah. Wow, that's just sad to say, but yes, it's true. So, as the Blue Devils look to wrap up practice here, probably within the next 30 minutes, we'll try to get some pictures and do some things as well, and we'll post those on our social media outlets. Thank you all for making us a part of your Thursday morning. For Mr. Carr, this is Joe Carter. You've been listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.